Hi everyone, this is Dr. Weideman, and this short video will introduce you to our My Courses course and also to the My Math Lab course. So let's first take a look at the My Courses course. When you first come into the course, you'll always start on the course homepage, which is shown here. There'll be news items always on the left-hand side, and any calendar items are on the right-hand side. All the due dates have been loaded into the course calendar, which you can see up here on the top toolbar. Let's go ahead and click on Course Content. And on the course content, table of contents at the top, you'll see the syllabus here. The syllabus is also located in the Begin Here module, which we'll click on right now. The Begin Here module has important information to get you going in the course. And there's a bunch of submodules here. I can collapse those or I can expand those using the buttons right here. So the first submodule includes the syllabus, again, same syllabus that you saw in the table of contents, the syllabus addendum, this weekly schedule, which I would suggest you go ahead and print out and keep by your computer so you can check off the assignments each time you complete those. And then the required syllabus quiz. You need to get 100% on that syllabus quiz in order to unlock the unit modules that you see here on the left-hand side. Also in this module, there are some materials to help you get started. A little checklist and this message here that you're listening to. There's also a handout to go along with that. There's some My Math Lab materials, tips and strategies for success in the course. And then your first discussion topic for the course is located right here, the class introduction. So let's go back to the front homepage just for a second so I don't forget to mention this to you. You have student tools here. And you can use the student tools here to send me an email. This will address the email to me, probably the easiest way for you to email me, or you can reply to an email that I send you. You also have access here to library and tutoring, and you have some tutoring options here. You can schedule with an SPC tutor, an in-person tutoring at one of our campuses, or an online tutoring session on Zoom, or you can also use tutor.com. So you have a lot of tutoring options, and these options here are free. Let's go back to the table of contents. And let's look at one of the unit, we'll come back to the first day course materials in a second. Let's take a look at what else is over here. So we've got Ask a Question module, and let's take a look here at the Unit 1. Each of the modules is set up the same way. There's a little introduction with some instructions here. There's a nice list of instructions here. It lists the course outcome, the essential questions, the learning objectives for the course, and then a list of assignments and that you need to do for that particular unit. Also in these modules, you have lecture videos, you have to work example videos, you have PowerPoints if you like those, and then you also have your discussion topics. And let's go ahead and take a look now at the calendar. So on the calendar, I've loaded all the due dates for the assignments that are in both my courses and also in My Math Lab. So if you notice here on the 23rd, you have some My Math Lab assignments due, and you also have your class introduction, and also your syllabus quiz will be due. That's not showing there, but I will add that on there. And on the top toolbar, you have some other options here. You can look under Communicate. You can get a list of the students in the class. You can also go there to send an email to me. You can go over to Grades to look at your course grades there. And then I wanted to go back to course content and mention that this course participates in what's called the First Day program from Pearson, because the product we use is from Pearson. And what you do here is if you opt into this program during the first week, you don't have to pay for your classes, or the payment for the class material, which is the My Math Lab access code, will come out of whatever payment option you set up with the college. So if you have financial aid, they'll take it out of your financial aid and so forth. And in order to do that, you simply click here on the Barnes & Noble course materials. There's also an instruction sheet here. And once you click on that, you're going to go ahead and then go here, and you're going to see this launch the courseware. The first time you do it, it's going to ask you to agree to the user agreement, and then you'll sign in with your username and password or create one, and then it'll go ahead and get you registered in the My Math Lab course that I've set up for us. And then once you're registered, you'll use that same link again, go back to the First Day materials, and then Barnes & Noble course materials, launch the course software. And you'll see this page here, and I'm going to suggest that you use this orange bar at the top to open up the My Math Lab course, because this will give you access to the entire course. And when you first come into the course, you're going to land on what's called the student homepage. And on here, you've got a calendar that you can adjust here on the right-hand side. And again, you'll notice you've got some assignments coming up here with the little dots. Now, this calendar is only going to show assignments that are in My Math Lab. and not all of your assignments are in My Math Lab. Your discussions are in my courses. So this is an abbreviated calendar, really. If you click on units of study here on the left toolbar, they're set up the same way the unit modules are set up in our My Courses course. And if you notice, the first one, historical aspects of mathematics, is the first thing we're going to study. If you want to get the entire e-text, you can access that here. There's also a mobile and accessible e-text available here. If you click on one of the units, one of the chapters, and then one of the sections, you can see a video presentation. You can also get to the e-text here. And you can also get to the homework and the quizzes and tests up here. So you have some options there. You can also get to your assignments from the assignments link here on the left toolbar. And on the assignments page, these are listed in chronological order of how they're due. You notice the due dates are listed over here. And I've also linked on this assignments page, these are not graded, but you've got links to the textbook section and also any videos that are available for that section. I also wanted to point out the unit tests, for the first unit test won't be until early February. You have to get 60% on each of the homeworks that lead up to that test. And this little green flag here will keep track for you of what sections you still need to work on in order to get access to the test. And then let's take a look at one of the homeworks, because I want to show you the learning aids that are available on the questions. So we'll just randomly pick one problem here. And so let's push this over here. And we're working on a problem here about a present value formula. So if you click down here on Get More Help, Help Me Solve It will help you solve this exact question. When you finish, it'll regenerate the problem with different numbers. View an Example will solve a similar problem, but when you get finished, you'll go back to the original problem. And then finally, you also have, it'll take you to the section of the textbook where this is discussed, and then also Ask My Instructor will create an email to me with this exact problem and the numbers you're working on, and then you need to tell me what you're having trouble with, and I'll answer you in our My Courses course with a handout or perhaps a video, depending on what your question is. So the My Math Lab course is pretty self-contained. I think if you've used it before, you know how it works. If not, I think you'll find it has a lot of really valuable resources in it. One thing I wanted to mention, that the question help is not available on the unit tests or on the final exam. And let's go back over to our course here. And one other thing to mention, this course has a proctored final exam, and it's going to be taken using HonorLock. And so if you notice on the assignments page, if we go back over here, there's an HonorLock sample test that you need to take, so I know that you understand how HonorLock works. And actually available now from the beginning of the course. You just have to take it once. It doesn't count as a grade. And if you get it done early enough, I'll give you some bonus points. But you have to take that HonorLock sample test in order to unlock the actual exam. And if you look in the HonorLock information module, the very last item in here is a video that shows you what happens when you take an exam in My Math Lab using HonorLock. It's a little bit different than taking an exam in my courses with HonorLock. So there's a password involved and there's a little extra step in there. So you might want to watch that video. So I look forward to working with you this semester. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Have a great day.